Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. So I wanted to think about Thriving Thursday today. What's Thriving Thursday? So I've posted a couple of videos this week. I'm trying to grow my channel organically, authentically, and not buy subscribers or anything like that. So if anything that I say resonates with you, please like and subscribe. So I posted a video about going from lack to unlimited. This is about the ego and the soul journey, in the harmony in between, in that uncertainty. A lot of times we just make up our mind when things aren't going or growing the way we want them to, that it's bullshit. And so we can choose to think that way, or we can choose to change our mindset to re-navigating, to pivoting with possibilities. So, realizing that there were times in our life when we weren't where we, are now, and that probably we prayed or we asked or wanted to be where we are now. So being able to align with that, being able to heal those old tapes, because the lack usually comes from those old tapes, those old algorithms. I've talked about algorithms recently, and that's part of the reason I don't have as many followers. I always get these emails about, or subscribers. Oh, I can help you get more subscribers. Your content is good, but I could help you get more subscribers. The thing is that, would it be nice to make money on YouTube? Yes, but that's not my whole total mission. My whole total mission is to help you to understand that you are good the way that you are. That we all are in a recovery mode if we choose to be. We're all recovering from something. If you had an incident last week, you're recovering from it. If you seem to, want to go into the consciousness of how, when something happens, rather than going into flat, fight, and freeze, which is typically your ego response, that's your sympathetic, parasympathetic response system, is going into flat, fight, and freeze. But oftentimes we're just not even conscious of that. So connecting with your soul allows you to have that consciousness to explore. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I think this way? What do I need to do, so that you can respond rather than react? That's where the harmony is yes, recognize the ego, because the ego will give you your drive for when you do make up your mind about what you're doing. But here's the thing, is a lot of people are doing what they're doing for other people and not considering themselves. Or and a lot of people think that when you're working from the ego, you're only considering yourself, and that's true. I'm not saying that it's not. So the harmony lies in is, okay, it's good to consider yourself, because you can't give from an empty cup. And then over, with the soul, is you want to do your soul's service, your soul's mission, what your purpose is. But you have to take the rest. You can't do that all the time either. So it's about thinking and considering yourself when you need to rest, and coming together in harmony and peace. So that's what I just wanted to express today, is that when you're having confusion and conflict, it's usually that you're wrestling with the ego and the soul, right? Is that the ego is saying, okay, let's do this. We know how to do this. Or when something happens, it's like, okay, I got to do this. And we get in this urgency and we quit breathing. Thank you for those hearts. So when we quit breathing, we're activating our nervous system even more so, because your respiratory system, your digestive system, and your cardiovascular system are all linked to this flight, fight, and freeze. This is why I work with people with eating, problems with food addiction, or, obesity, and changing this is because a lot of times people mistake, when their digestive system is not feeling comfortable, they want comfort. And so this is where overeating comes in. Okay. And so if we can just breathe, and I have to do it myself, because we automatically sometimes will just, we have our, there's so much our body is so intrinsic, is that we have these chains that tell us, we have an autonomic response, ganglia chain, and then we have a cerebrospinal. I always suggest to people that your words are expressions of your thoughts. So even when you're saying them to yourself, I have a bird and a dog here, so I could say I'm talking to the bird and the dog all day, but I'm saying stuff. With our thoughts, we're saying things to ourselves all day long. We have so many. And to be able to get in consciousness and aware, just the other day, even being a mindset coach, I said that I sucked at something. which really wasn't a cool thing to say. And I have to catch myself. We all can catch ourselves because we are recovering. We're not recovered. There's no plateau to where we can grow. So what I had to realize is like, do you suck or are you just not interested? See, how many of y'all think about that when you think that you're not doing something right? Is it that I'm a failure or that I'm just not interested? It's okay not to be interested in things that some other people may find interesting. So I talk to people a lot about codependency also. And a lot of people are confused. And, I just had a live this morning on TikTok to where we talked about codependency. And a lot of people don't realize they're codependent because they're so independent. But the independents are usually taking care of people too. So this is a back and forth thing that nothing changes until it changes. And so it's learning to love ourselves and have boundaries with ourselves. Good morning, Pachiris. Did I say that right? Pachiris. Pachiris. It's 2 R's. So I hope I said that right. So being able to navigate, and to feel worthy of what we do want. And that's aligned with your soul. But also to be able to have these boundaries with ourselves so that we're not saying yes to and overwhelming ourselves. So my name is Stacey Renee. I'm a transformational mindset coach, and I work with people who appear to have it all together on the outside, or try to, but secretly they're struggling on the inside. They're, maybe feeling overwhelmed, or maybe they're feeling lost. And so I help people find their way, because people are growing through things every day. Transformation is happening every day, and we can choose to go into flight, fight, or freeze, or we could choose to see this as an adventure and breathe. We'll breathe at the end of this. So what I'm meaning like this is that, first off, we have children. I help people when they're growing through divorces, because it's about not having the same thing happen again, right? And a lot of times we just intellectualize, because when we were children or what have you, or when we've been hurt, sometimes we don't feel our pain. We intellectualize it. And the problem is when you're trying to achieve something, you've got to have your thoughts and your feelings, because what I said, the cerebrospinal system is indicative of your feelings, your posture, your actions. Your autonomic is what you automatically do, but maybe we need to change what we automatically do. Maybe we need not go into flight, fight, and freeze, but just sit with it and feel our feelings. We have so much stimulation out here today, and the dopamine hits, and so that can cause addiction. The dopamine hits. Trust me, I know. I have 28 years recovery with addiction. So I can help people develop different coping skills, because it's that we just didn't learn how to cope. It's okay. It's okay. We can learn different coping skills. This breathing we're about to do is a part of coping skills, because things did happen in our past that were scary, and it do cause us to want to not go in that area again. They try to get us to navigate away from that area, but sometimes that holds us back from our unlimitedness. So it's about being able to be in charge ourselves, to create that harmony, to know when it's time for the ego. Good morning. Thank you, Pon. And to know when it's time to align with our soul, and to bring that together in harmony. So the breathing is definitely helpful in bringing us to harmony. Just try it with me, okay? Let's just do 3. And I want you to see how that helps you to align, because a lot of things are in the back of our mind. We have a tape on that, when we're seeing things and we want to make a judgment about it. We have a tape on it, and sometimes that judgment is of ourselves, and that's not good for us. It's about having compassion for ourselves. There's compassion, then there's codependency. Codependency is trying to heal somebody else from our own pain. We have to heal our own pain. Gracias, Pon. Gracias. Okay, so we're going to take the 3 breaths, okay? So take a deep breath in. Fill up your tummy, hold it, and release. So breathing in, you're feeling in, what is it that you want? Set an intention for the day. What is it that you would like to see happen for the day? Something, achievable, something realistic, but something that could happen for the day, or maybe in the next week. Because look, what we want doesn't always happen like instant gratification. That's how we learn to live unlimited, believe it or not. and unlimitedness doesn't come in like that. Okay? So let's take that deep breath in. We're going to do 3 more because I stopped and interrupted. So to breathe in your intention for the day. How do you want to show up for the day? What is it that you want to do, that you want to have confidence or that you want to have courage in doing? So hold that with that 4 counts. I'm going to breathe 4 times. And then we're going to release gently and slowly out of our mouth, okay? Because being gentle with yourself is very important. Alrighty? All right, here we grow. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And release. Breathe. Hold it. And release. Let's do one more time. Breathe in. Hold it. And release. All right, y'all, I lost y'all at the breathing. I see I'm down to 3. Anyway, muchas gracias. And I want to thank you so much. I hope that you all have an amazing day. I hope this was able to be helpful to you. And if you felt that this resonated with you, please like and subscribe to my channel, And I hope you have an amazing, thriving Thursday. Thank you so much. Bye. I gotta figure out how to stop it.